Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel where today we'll be taking a look at my NFL Week 11 power rankings after one of the best weekends of football we have gotten in a long time. A lot of very competitive games, 5 walk-off field goals, and some kind of changing opinions on some teams actually heading into this week that I have. Before we get started into the tier list, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more. It really helped my channel grow, and I appreciate each and every one of you doing that, so keep it up. So the tiers we have are the same as usual. We have Super Bowl contenders, divisional winning teams, wild card teams, mid teams, bad teams, and tanking teams. And I think those are pretty self-explanatory there. So first up, we have the Arizona Cardinals, who still in tanking tier. But if they keep playing like the way they did, with Kyler Murray proving that he is a good quarterback. He is a good quarterback. Anyone who's saying he's a bust, he's trash, nah, he ain't that. He is good. Especially with that level of roster. It's surprising that he was able to compete that good, but good on him for doing that. Able to beat the Falcons, who are struggling a bit, but yeah, no, the Cardinals looked a lot better with Kyler at quarterback, and he has the potential to lead them to a respectable record and get them out of the Caleb Williams sweepstakes, which would save his job as well. So, good in Arizona. You're no longer that bad, but let's see what you do in the next few weeks, and I might move you up a tier. In the bad tier, Atlanta. You guys are on free fall right now. You lost to Josh Dobbs in his first start last week, and now you lost to Kyler Murray in the first game back from torn ACL. I don't know what's going on with you. Oh, I do know. Arthur Smith is an idiot. He's an idiot coach who does not know what to do with the pieces he has. He has good running back in Bijan Robinson, Tyler Algier. He's got Kyle Pitts, and he does not use him at all. It is a shame what this Falcons offense is, because it could be so much better if they have a better coach and a better quarterback, because they have the weapons. They have the weapons, and I just want them to fire him so bad. But not much else to say about the Falcons. Next up, we got the Baltimore Ravens, who are still in Super Bowl contender tier, even with the loss to the Browns this week, because that was a fun game. They had the lead early on, they let Cleveland back, and then they started trading haymakers with each other. Ended up losing on a game-winning field goal, but that is the AFC North going to be down the stretch. These teams just smacking up each other. I still think Baltimore is the best team out of the four, but you gotta wonder what's going on. Right now, it's still Super Bowl contender because you had a good performance. You lost to a good team, the number one defense in the NFL, and you still look like one of the most dominant teams in the NFL overall in the past few weeks. So you're staying up there. Going down to mid, got Buffalo. What the heck was that? How you should not have lost that game between sending the all-out blitz that cost you massive chunk play to the Broncos missing the game-winning field goal, but then you got called for 12 men on the field. You just fired offensive coordinator Ken Dorsey, but I don't know how much is going to help you there. And you got to start asking a lot of questions about Sean McDermott in Buffalo and if he's the good right coach to lead you to the Super Bowl. Because right now, it is not looking like it, and that is a crying shame because Josh Allen is legitimately one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. But you're down to mid now. I did not expect you to be there. I expected you to win the division, but no. Carolina, you're bad. Not much to say. You lost to the Bears with Tyson Badger as a quarterback. You look flat. You just aren't competitive at all. The only reason why you're not going to be last in this year is because a team that embarrasses itself so much that it is worse than you. But no, you're tanking tier, and you trade away your first round pick that might be the number one pick to the Bears. I can't explain that. Next up, we got Chicago. Still in bad tier. You won this week. Not a great performance. You were sloppy. You played not that well. Enough to get a win against the Panthers team. I just don't know how much it'll be against actual opponents. But you got another win. Your defense is showing signs of life, which is key. Justin Fields should be coming back here soon, maybe even this week. And we all know one of the best things for offense to have is a good defense, so you're not feeling pressure to throw the ball all the time. So currently in the bad tier is the Bears. Mid tier, Cincinnati. Close loss to Houston. You still got some questions about your defense there and some other issues as well. But I think you will be fine. I think you'll still make the playoffs here because I think one of the teams in the NFC North is not going to make it. I don't think it's going to be Cincinnati. I think it's going to be Pittsburgh. But right now, you're in mid-tier just because you're outside the playoff picture at the moment. Wildcard team, you got the Cleveland Browns. What an impressive performance, not only for the team as a whole, but for Deshaun Watson in the second half. He really showed his Houston form there in the second half. And you got to wonder if he can continue that. If he can continue that, the Browns are going to be a very dangerous team. With that defense, with the offense running with him as like his Houston form, they can really challenge for that division against Baltimore. So, good on you, Cleveland. Got a big, big win. And you're definitely going to make the playoffs, I think. So, yeah, you're definitely looking very, very solid. Next up, we got the Dallas Cowboys, who are in wildcard tier. They just stomped the Giants into oblivion is the best way to say that. Second time this year they've done that. And, yeah, you guys look solid against one of the worst teams in football. You did what you had to do. Dak looked great. And so, not much to say there. So, keep it up, Dallas. Keep it up. Next up, we got Denver Broncos, who are going to go up the mid here. 4-5. You guys have played pretty well these past few weeks. Russ is starting to cook here a little bit. You're getting back into playoff contention. And you're looking really, really solid. Good on you, Denver. Good on you. Next up, we got the Detroit Lions, who I'm still keeping in divisional as it was a really, really close game with the Chargers. You did end up winning, but you gave up 38 points against the Chargers. I'm just double checking that. Yeah, 38 points to the Chargers. That defense, you can't have that happen. That is too many points to give up, but your offense was able to get the win. And so you guys should have had the NFC North locked up here soon. And so, yeah, you're in divisional tier. You're a good team. Next up is Green Bay, who I'm still keeping above the Bears for now, moving up against the Bears. Because even though the Packers lost, they looked a lot better. The Packers have been improving in offensive efficiency the past few weeks. I know people will say Jordan Love did not play well. He played well. Please percentage due to drops and those 2 interceptions that weren't really his fault. And the Packers, their main weakness right now is that defense has not been playing up to snuff, as we all thought they would. And so, looking really, really solid, Green Bay. Keep it up. Keep progressing. You're still not a great team. So, yeah, you're still in bad. Moving up a tier into wild card, the Houston Texans. CJ Stroud has played his way into MVP conversations with how he is playing, how he is leading this Texans team. I thought they were going to be one of the worst teams in football. They're going to take time, rebuild, build up CJ Stroud. Right now, they are in the playoffs with how well they're doing, and they could challenge Jacksonville for the division. That is how well CJ Stroud has played. He is Offensive Rookie of the Year, already locked up. He has been fan-freaking-tastic, and there's not much else to say about the Texans other than they have been really, really impressive. Next, we got Indianapolis, who is in mid. They got a win against the Patriots in Germany. Really ugly game. Only winning by 4 against the Patriots, only scoring 10 points. Not great, but he still got the win. You're 5-5 at 500. Doing better than what, again, like the Texans, doing better than what they thought they were due at the beginning of the year. And that's including their rookie quarterback, Anthony Richardson, being injured for the rest of the year. So, again, another bright future in Indy as well as in Houston. And Jacksonville, you're still in the divisional tier. You're currently winning the AFC South. But, man, you got stomped. You got destroyed by the 49ers, and particularly the 49ers defense. And, yeah, that was an ugly, ugly game. You got to put that behind you. You got smacked in the mouth. Move on to next week and prove why you're one of the best teams in the AFC. Kansas City. On the bye week. Still Super Bowl contender because, like I keep telling you, as long as you have Mahomes and Andy Reid, I'm not going to drop you on a Super Bowl unless you absolutely collapse. And so, Kansas City, still Super Bowl tier. Moving down to bad. Chargers. Your defense gave up 41 points and ruined a really, really great game by Justin Herbert. Yeah, that is unacceptable what your defense did. Giving up 41 points in the NFL is ridiculous. Should be a lot better than that. And really, really ruined a good performance by Herbert. LA Rams. Again, another bad team. Not really much to say about them. You're getting Matt Stafford back, which is a good thing, but Yeah, you guys are bad. You guys are bad. Next up on the list, we have the Vegas Raiders moving up into mid-tier next to the Broncos because even though they played the Giants and the Jets, coming in with an interim head coach, putting in the energy and effort that they need, they're at 500. They're playing some pretty solid football right now. Now let's see how they do against a better opponent than the Giants and the Jets. Let's just say that. So, yeah, Vegas, you're looking a lot better. You definitely should not have hired Josh McDaniels as your head coach. Simple as that. Next up on the tier, in divisional tier, we have the Miami Dolphins, currently 6-4, still leading the AFC East. You gotta wonder about them playing good opponents, but they should be fine. They should be able to make the playoffs. I don't know, but you don't know how much noise they are going to make, though. So, kind of wondering what they're going to look like after the bye. So, good luck to you, Miami. Next up, we have the Minnesota Vikings, who are in the wild card spot right now, looking one of the better teams in the NFC after being dead 5 weeks into the year, and they lost Kirk Cousins. Josh Dobbs has looked fantastic with the Vikings, and I gotta wonder, will they keep this magic up? Because if they do, they could be interesting. They could be really fun to watch down the stretch, especially if they make it in the playoffs. So, good on you, Minnesota. Good on you. Next, we got the Patriots. Yeah, this team is bad. They are really, really bad. Mac Jones he's not going to last much longer in the league. He is bad. Bill Belichick's probably going to be fired, and it's just not looking good for the Patriots right now, who are most likely going to have a top 3 draft pick and get a quarterback because they need one bad. Next up, we got the Saints, who are going to be in division tier because they are leading the NFC South. They're doing all right. They're doing okay. Nothing too spectacular. They did just lose to the Minnesota Vikings, but currently sitting at 5-5, leading their division. Not great. They're definitely the weakest division leader right now, but they're doing enough to win that division and make the playoffs. New York Giants, you are the worst team of football. I don't care that the Panthers have a worse record. You are terrible. You are trash. Free Saquon Barkley is all I have to say. You already regret paying Daniel Jones that money. All I need to say. Moving down into bad tier, I gotta do it. It's the Jets. Your defense is playing fan-freaking-tastic. Fantastic, but your offense, man, it is painful to watch. And Aaron Rodgers is not going to fix your offense because even though Zach Wilson is a big issue, that O-line is not blocking. You have no run game to speak of outside of Breece Hall. You got one guy catching balls in Garrett Wilson. And it is just overall a mess. And Rodgers ain't going to fix that, especially coming off of that Achilles tear. So, yeah, no, you're a bad football team now. I hate it. I hate it for you so bad. Because you finally had hope, and I was really hoping you'd be able to experience joy. Next, we've got the Philadelphia Eagles. Still having his best team in football, especially with the Ravens not winning. But we're going to have a very fun game here soon between the Eagles and the Chiefs. Yeah, that's gonna be fun. So, good luck to you there. Not much else to say. Best team in football at the moment. Pittsburgh. You still somehow managed to bullcrap your way to victories, and you're currently 6-4. I think you're 6-4. 6-3 maybe. No, 6-3. You are 6-3. Even with your struggles on offense, your struggles with some baffling decisions, you're still managed to win games, and you're still in the wild card hunt as a 5th seed right now. I keep waiting for you to fall off, but you never do. What the freaking heck? Really have no idea how you're doing that good, but credit where credit is due. You're playing pretty well. Next up, Seattle, who was able to beat the Commanders in a really, really interesting offensive match. Geno Smith finally had a really good game. No turnovers for him. Looked like the Geno of last year, and you need to have that going forward down the stretch as you're competing with San Francisco for that division title. And yeah, you're currently in the wild card spot, and good for you. Next up is San Francisco, who I am still keeping in divisional tier for now. Top end of divisional after what they did to Jacksonville. But I gotta see you one more week because the previous 3 weeks before the bye were really, really rough before I put you back in Super Bowl contender. But Again, one of the dominant teams in the NFC, contender for a Super Bowl. I just need to see another week of that dominant performance to move you back into that tier. Tampa Bay, bad. Not looking too good there, Tampa Bay. Where are you? Oh no, you're still in bad tier, but you're able to beat the Titans pretty handily there, 20-6. But not really much else to say. Not great. Next up is Tennessee, who are in tanking. Clearly not a great team. You're trying to see what you got in Will Levis. The offensive line is garbage, and you're just waiting to see wait for the draft. And another in bad tier, we got the Washington Commanders. Close game against the Seahawks. Sam Howell continues to impress with some of his big throws, but you gotta start winning some games here soon because otherwise Ron Rivera is probably gonna be fired. But this is what I have for my tier list so far this year. In Super Bowl, I got the Eagles, the Ravens, the Chiefs. Divisional, we got the 49ers, Lions, Jaguars, Dolphins, and Saints. Wild card is the Browns, Seahawks, Cowboys, Steelers, Texans, Vikings. Mid are the Bengals, Bills, Colts, Raiders, Broncos. Bad is the Buccaneers, Jets, Chargers, Falcons, Rams, Commanders, Packers, Bears. And tanking is the Titans, Cardinals, Patriots, Panthers, Giants. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the content, again, please like and subscribe to the channel. And I'll be back soon with my NFL Week 11 predictions. See ya.